Marie's forthright and upbeat personality made our church a brighter place. Among other things, she was an excellent and enthusiastic cook. And this was reflected by what she would often bring to our church-related potluck dinners. Marie had a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of life. She was a native San Diegan, as most of you know. She went to elementary school right here in San Diego, all the way through junior high school. She met Jack at Sunday school when they were both only 7 years old. Can you imagine that? And they kept acquainted and together all these years. But it wasn't until high school, at Hoover High School, that they really connected. And that connection was really special for both of them. And pretty soon, Jack bought himself, as Marie said, a snazzy little 1935 Dodge Coupe. And that little 1935 Dodge Coupe was the car that Jack courted Marie in. And what fond memories that brings back to Jack, I'm sure, and fond memories it brought back to Marie. And so they were in high school together, and Jack was in the band, he played in the band, and Marie was on the drill team. Well, pretty soon, after the courting days were over, or not over, but I mean we're continuing on, in 1941, that was quite a notable year, wasn't it? In 1941, well, I guess I should back up a little bit. They went to San Diego State College, now university, for a while, but they ended up getting married. And then in 1941, the war broke out, the draft came along. Pretty soon, Jack gets his notice from the draft board, report, Uncle Sam wants you. And so Jack went away to be in the Army, but Marie tagged right along behind him. And she tried to be where Jack was. And that's the way it is. That's the way it was for all these years. And while he was in the Army and she was following him as best she could, that meant sometimes they had to live in basements, sometimes in attics, and at one point on the edge of a firing range. I can't imagine that, but that's what it was, in Cheyenne, Wyoming. But after the war, Jack and Marie made their way back to San Diego, where they made their home and where they raised their 2 children, Julie and Brian, who are here with us today. And Marie became a devoted wife and mother, and later grandmother. And Marie dearly loved her family, her kids, and her grandkids. Among other things, Marie became an avid gardener. And she raised all kinds of fruits and vegetables and flowers. She was able to also become a creative seamstress. And her granddaughter, Maura, remembers how Marie created a beautiful dress for her out of a curtain that Marie no longer wanted to use in the house where they were moving. And she took this beautiful material from the curtain and made this gorgeous dress for Maura, and this is something in her memory bank that will never dissipate. And so she not only did this kind of thing, but she became a quilt maker as well. So there are so many things in her life. But one thing she was very proud of was her hat collection. Now, if you'll look around the congregation this morning, you'll see some people with hats. And you'll see especially Julie and Sue over here, who are wearing some of Marie's hats in honor of her, in her memory. So that's really pretty great. To say that Marie was active in the 3 local women's club chapters that she belonged to over time, and also the CFWC, to say that she was active in these organizations is really an